I've been searching for a reason, but my reason's left me for good. Tell me, where do I go from here? Boom, 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 boom. 'Cause I find my situation always leaves me really in doubt. Tell me, where do I go from here? Tell me, where do I go from here?
Morning, Susan. Morning. Yes. George, you sent for me.
Did I?
Yes. Now, don't tell me. Let me guess. You want another hard-hitting piece like my Cosmos profile. Now, I've given it some thought. I'll take certain well-known public personalities, strip away the layers of their public identity to reveal the stark, naked person underneath.
Have you anyone in mind?
Julie Christie, Charlotte Rampling, I'm not bothered.
Susan!
Susan.
Why did I ask Jim to come in?
Because Penny Westlake has got the flu.
That's it. Could I have Penny's notes, please?
They're on your desk, George.
Are they? Oh, sorry. Right.
I do wish you wouldn't keep looking at my thighs, Jim.
I beg your pardon? He's trying to strip away the layers of your public identity, Susan.
He couldn't strip wallpaper here. Here we are.
Ah.
Now, is it all right if I get back to my lunch?
Yes.
Thank you.
Jim.
George.
I know you have designs on Susan, but I think you ought to know that she's seeing someone else.
Yes, I know.
It's very serious. She's having a pretty heavy affair with a married man.
Yes, I know. She told me.
She told you?
Yes. That night I took her to dinner.
Oh, did she tell you it was me?
No.
Gosh!
Come on, George. My lips are sealed. Now then, let's get back to the question of this lucrative article you want me to write for you.
Penny Westlake was preparing a piece on Maurice Victor. She's done all the spade work. Here's her file. All that's needed now is the actual interview.
Perfect. Should I know him?
He's a film director, Jim. I mean, hardly the darling of the intellectuals. I mean, he's no Carol Rice or Tony Richardson. But his films make a lot of money.
Perfect. I've been looking for something really stimulating to get to grips with.
I know you have, Jim. But lay off Susan, right?
Maurice Victor's office? Yes, I gave him the message, Mr. Samuelson.
Yeah, he's not in at the moment. Yes, I will. Bye.
I sometimes wonder, Miss Fillory, what gave you the audacity to apply for the job of secretary? I know you can't type, you can't do shorthand, and now I find you can't spell.
What have I done now, Mr. Victor?
There are only 3 G's in gangbang. And no hyphen.
I'm sorry, Mr. Victor. I'll do it again.
You most certainly will. And you can redo the coffee again also, because that left a lot to be desired.
Yes, Mr. Victor.
Do I have any appointments this morning?
Yes, you have a Miss Westlake who's doing the interview for Focus magazine.
Yeah.
And you have the young man coming for the job as your assistant.
I may not have time for both. Ring the Braganza, table for 2, 1 o'clock upstairs. Ring Nat Cone, tell him I'll meet him there.
Where are you going now?
I'm going for a pee. Any objections?
It was just in case anyone called.
Well, put them on hold, woman. That's what I'm on while I'm stuck here talking to you.
Could Mr. Victor have his usual table for 2 at 1 o'clock?
Is everything all right?
No.
Not bad news, I hope.
No.
Oh. Here, use these. Why are you crying?
You'll meet him in a minute.
Mr. Victor? Oh, come on. He can't be all that bad.
This box was full yesterday.
My name's Jim Dixon. I have an appointment.
He won't be long.
If you're that unhappy, why do you stay here?
I knew my predecessor. I had a bet with her that I'd last longer than any previous secretary.
Well, what's the record?
7 weeks. I've got 10 days to go.
What will you do then?
I'm going to go and recuperate with Mummy in Godalming.
There is no soap in the loo, Miss Fillory. And when you do buy some, don't get Lifebuoy. Get Roger Gallet, Sandalwood. Who are you?
My name's Jim Dixon. I'm here for the interview.
Oh, yeah, you better come in. Got hay fever, Miss Fillory?
Close door, close door.
You see this panelling?
Yes.
I've just had it installed, soundproof. Do you know why?
No.
Because I can't stand the sound of her voice. 700 quid this cost me, and I can still hear her.
But she's crying.
Believe me, her piping's reduced me to tears on many an occasion. Sit down. What did you say your name was?
Dixon, Jim Dixon.
Oh, yeah, and you're the friend of a friend of,
Friend of...
somebody, aren't you? Isn't that why you're here?
Well, indirectly,
Extraordinary times for the British film industry. Attracted by our technical expertise, our lower studio costs, and the myth of swinging London, half of bloody Hollywood's here at the moment.
Really?
The opportunities have never been more wide open. Let me tell you, if you were a gorilla walking down Wardour Street with a script under your arm, someone would grab hold of you and make a deal. I send you out to Dunhill's to bring me back a decent cigar. You say, yes, 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 Mr. Victor, and then you come back with this bloody rubbish. Now, where was I?
There was a gorilla walking down Wardour Street.
Oh, yeah. You know what I was doing in 1962? I'll tell you. I was working for my uncle, training to be an underwriter. Since then, I've produced and directed 4 major films. You seen any of them?
Well, I think I caught your last but one. Oh, yes, the Virgins of Penzance.
Oh, did you? In this permissive age, as you can appreciate, that was a very difficult film to cast. What do you think of it?
Well, I didn't see it under ideal circumstances.
Scratch print?
No, Dutch subtitles. Yes, I was teaching there at the time, and it was a rainy afternoon in the
Still,
hay.
you can appreciate a film's intrinsic values. You do have an opinion, don't you?
Yes.
And?
I thought it was utter rubbish.
Interesting.
Well, I hope you don't mind my honesty.
On the contrary, I appreciate your candour. When you get to know me better, you'll find that I respect that. It makes a welcome change. I'm surrounded by so many sycophants. They're pushed for an answer if I say hello.
Yes, well, I found the premise ludicrous, the characters cardboard, and the narrative non-existent.
I make my films for the paying public. I don't make them for accolades in shice and sound. Virgins grossed $2 million to date, which is how I got to make The Groping Groupies.
I've not seen that one.
Oh, it's doing very nicely. House record at the Odeon Portsmouth, which is how I come to be in pre-production with my next.
Yes, now what's that called?
The Mini-Skirt Murders.
Skirt.
Yeah, why are you making notes?
Well, I thought it was appropriate for an interview.
I think you're forgetting who's interviewing who. I know all about me. If you want this job, I think I should know all about you.
Job?
Excuse me, Mr. Victor.
Don't hobble, woman.
I've retyped the letter, Mr. Victor.
Let me see it. Well, the spelling's now correct. But why is it damp?
And I've been crying, Mr. Victor.
Why? Can't imagine why. A very nice office, congenial hours, lunch and voucher. My name's run.
Should I include the projected figures?
No, I'll do them. I want them to arrive dry.
Wouldn't you?
Left alone, Dixon pondered the situation. It seemed that the conversation had been at cross purposes. Apparently, this appalling person assumed he was here for a job. Why should anyone want to work for such an obnoxious, self-opinionated creature who treats underlings so badly that they have to go off to Godalming for nervous breakdowns?
Look, I don't have much time, so I'll come straight to the point. I need an assistant who's not a complete idiot. You're certainly outspoken, we've seen that, but at least that's preferable to the usual brown noses I have grovelling around this office. I shall pay you minimal wages, probably make your life unbearable, but on the other hand, I can promise you this. An unparalleled opportunity to learn about the film business from one of the few people who truly understands it. And don't forget, there are millions out there who, for an opportunity like this, would give their left testicle.
When do I start?
Now, read that script. I'll be back at 3 and finalise details.
Mr. Victor, you have another appointment.
Get what's-his-face to reschedule it.
I gather you're joining us.
I gather I am.
Well, if that's what you want, good luck.
Yes, from what I've seen so far, I shall probably need it.
You stood up to him. I heard you through the soundproofing. He's a bully, you see. You've got to stand up to bullies. I've never had the courage to tell him what I thought of his films.
Yes, well, I think if one has an opinion, one should express it, regardless of the consequences.
Oh, I think with you here, things might be tolerable.
Yes, well, we must get on, mustn't we? We have a script to read.
Of course. Perhaps you could hold the fort while I slip out and get a sandwich.
Yes.
Would you like one?
Why not? Cheese and chutney.
Yes.
Dixon? Yes? How did you wangle this one? You're in the film business, in the movies. Well, I suppose it's a logical progression from teaching medieval history. What a stroke of luck.
I accept this Oscar with humble thanks. Even though I wrote, produced, directed, edited, and starred in this movie, there are others without whom it would not have been possible. My mom and dad, my Uncle Harold, the Duke and Duchess of Kent, and the Millichips of 23 Napier Avenue. And finally, I would like to pay tribute to Mr. Maurice Victor, who gave me my first break. As you know, ours can be a cruel business, and Maurice fell on hard times. But I'm sure many of you here this evening will be pleased to know that he is now on the way back. He is currently assistant manager of the Odeon Portsmouth. Oh, God, I love you.
Oh, excuse me.
Yes, I was just dictating a letter. I'll turn off the dictaphone. Excuse me. Oh, please, come in.
I'm Mike Burridge. I came to see Mr. Victor about the job.
Ah, yes, Maurice mentioned the fact. You're the friend of a friend
Of a friend, that's right. My father is a friend of a friend of
a friend of...
Of Mr. Victor's accountant.
Yes. Please, explain, Mike. The thing is, how can I phrase this? I'm afraid the job's already been taken. Sorry. Are you terribly upset?
Not really. It was my dad's idea. I'm rather keen on doing what I'm doing at the moment.
Oh, what's that?
Nothing.
No harm done, then.
No, I may as well push off. My car's on a double yellow.
Yes, I would if I were you. They're pretty hot round here.
If my dad rings up, you will tell him I was here, won't you? I mean, I did make the effort, didn't I?
No one could have tried harder, Mike.
Cheers, then.
Yes. Bye, Mike. And good luck with what you're not doing. Terrific. Don't even have to feel guilty. Yes. And let's face it, he'd never have lasted a day with Maurice Victor. For the first time, Dixon revealed a ruthless streak which surprised even him. He knew his insatiable drive to get to the top had made him a lot of enemies. He knew what people said about him behind his back. Jim, Doggy-Doo-Doo Dixon, he's the kind of guy that takes the brakes off babies' pushchairs. Susan? Jim?
Hello, Jim. How are you? Yeah? Yeah? How have you managed that?
Managed what?
He's landed a job with Maurice Victor.
This what? This what?
I suppose you can't. Well, it wouldn't really, would it?
What's he saying? What's he saying?
Well, he says under the circs he can't really do the interview because it wouldn't be ethically correct. Oh, don't be so silly, Jim.
What's he saying now?
He says, how would I like to be in the movies?
Let me speak to the little turd. Dixon, you have an assignment.
Yes, I know, George. But let's face it was Penny Westlake's idea in the first place. I think it's only fair that she finish what she started. Oh, no. What? No, listen, George, listen, I suggest that when she's better, she gives me a call and, well, I'll see when I can fit her in.
Come on.
Did you have a good lunch?
Excellent. I closed the deal.
No, I meant gastronomically.
Oh, I never eat a large lunch. I've seen what it does to other people. What did you think of the script?
Well, I got about halfway. I made a few notes in the margin.
Why? You're not a school teacher now, you know. What can I expect at the end of the day? 4 out of 10, see me?
Why did you ask me to read it?
So that you'd know what's going on. We start shooting in 2 weeks.
I suppose the title, The Miniskirt Murders, should have prepared me. But I do feel it's full of gratuitous sex and violence.
My only concern is that we wait too long to establish the premise of the picture.
Oh, I didn't feel that. After all, it's on page 4 that we find the naked model being impaled.
No. You got halfway, did you? You can't tell who the murderer is.
My guess would be the photographer.
My God, if a little prat like you can work it out, we're in big trouble.
Dixon decided to swallow this insult, knowing there would be many worse to come.
Why are we taking this route? We're supposed to be going to Little Venice.
Edgware Road's a bit of a nightmare this time of day, Mr. Victor, sir.
How would you know? You're from bloody Birmingham.
Droitwich, in fact, Mr. Victor, sir.
That, my man, is your misfortune.
This is the drawing room.
Oh, yes, Lady Kendrick, what a delightful room. A tribute, may I say, to your taste and elegance. Oh, isn't that a Canaletto?
Yes, it is.
Well, my favourite artist.
Only a minor work.
He wasn't capable of painting a minor work, in my humble view. Well, I must say, Lady Kendrick, for my needs, this house is eminently suitable.
I do have some reservations. Will there be a lot of men with muddy boots trailing cables all over the house?
No. No, you'll hardly notice we're here. Well, it might be best if you went away for the week.
I rather thought I'd go to my sister's in Uckfield.
Very good idea. And rest assured, when you return, everything will be just as we left it.
I must admit it will be awfully exciting taking one's friends to see the film. What's it to be called?
The Miniskirt...
Little Women.
How many men in muddy boots will there be?
About 70, thanks to the unions. Most of them standing round, drinking tea and scratching their privates.
You gave Lady Kendrick the impression there'd only be a handful of men in her lovely home.
I'm paying her 200 quid a day. That'll help towards the carpet cleaning.
I imagine you want to use the drawing room for the scene where young Colin finds the corpse of the go-go dancer.
Correct. I shall pan down from the Canaletto to reveal the mutilated body beneath.
Who's playing Colin?
Hasn't been said yet. What do you think of Screaming Lord Such?
Not a lot. Either as a politician or a performer.
Nor me. But I'm under great pressure these days from the money people to cast pop singers. Last week, I turned down a remake of The Four Feathers with the Yardbirds.
How many of the girls have been cast?
Oh, already he sees himself behind my desk ogling a succession of starlets.
I'm just anxious to learn every aspect of the business.
The first aspect of the business that you'll have to address yourself to is my vitamins.
Vitamins?
Yes, when to take them and which ones. I get so busy I often forget. Now, mid-morning you must see to it that I take ginseng, 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C, 4 brand tablets, and my kelp and seaweed pills. Should you be making notes?
Oh, yes.
Yeah. After lunch, I take vitamin E, B-stress, B12, potassium gluconate, and 2 spoonfuls of liquid enzymatic digestive mix.
So this is show business.
Listen, if you want to succeed in this business, do what I do. You know the secret of my success?
Charm?
That. It's looking after my body or getting somebody else to, which is where you come in. Any questions?
How do you spell enzymatic?
Signorina Simons, 2 sambuca with the compliments of Alvaro.
Ooh, ciao. Thank you ever so much.
Signorina?
My thanks too. Molto grazie. Yes. And can I have il conto, por favore?
Signore.
Volare.
Thanks for dinner, Jim. And here's to your new career.
Oh, thanks, Lucy. You know, who would have thought that in a matter of weeks, Dixon, the penniless academic, would have been sipping Zambuca with a top model in London's trendiest trattoria. L'avventura.
Jim, you've still got a lot to learn.
You know, it's ironic. I've spent my whole life studying and swatting, taking endless exams, and I've ended up in a job that needs none of it.
You don't need diplomas for most of the best jobs. You need nerve and luck. It's having an in, innit? And it's only taken you 2 months to crack it. When I first met you, an out-of-work teacher.
I was an out-of-work professor. Subtle difference.
And now, you're a big shot.
Yes, well, I'm hardly that, Lucy.
Must be doing all right if you're offering me this part.
Well, it's not exactly an offer, Lucy. I just said come along to the casting session and I'd squeeze your name in on the list. Listen, come about 11, he'll be at his best then. He'll have just as had his seaweed pills.
Thanks, Jim. I'm ever so grateful.
Well, I owe you one.
Conto, signore?
No. My shout. You know, after bumming meals and borrowing beds and not having enough money to feed the laundrette machine, do you know what a pleasure it is to sit in a trendy London restaurant with a beautiful girl and be able to pick up the bill? How much?
So, what have you done then, Miss,
Collins.
Well, when I went to finish...
Recently.
I did a Dixon of Doc Green. Oh, and then in the last 3 months, I've been in Present Laughter at Stoke. Oh, and then I played Ophelia at Leatherhead. I have a review here. It's from the Surrey Comet.
Yes. What this part does not require, my dear, is a gold medal from RADA or a glowing accolade for your Ophelia. What it does require is a great pair of tits.
I've never had any complaints in that department.
Well, I'm very pleased to hear it. Well, let's have a look, then.
You mean now?
My dear young lady, if you get this part, millions of people will be feasting their eyes upon them. No point in being coy now.
Do you mean I'd have to bear them?
Page 23.
Page 23, interior crypt night. With a savage cry, the masked assailant rips away Nina's blood-stained blouse to reveal her naked breasts beneath. Well, what can I say? There it is in print.
Oh, if it's full frontal, I couldn't possibly. It would kill Mummy.
What the script does not need is one more corpse.
Miss,
Collins.
Collins.
Yes, can you manage? Yes. Thank you very much for coming along, and good luck.
Now, who's next? Has a name been penciled in here?
Is there? Oh, yes, that's Lucy Simmons. A very strong possibility. Top model. You'll know her face from Queen, Nova, Vogue.
Yeah, it's not faces we're looking for, is it? Look.
Miss, Simons?
That's me.
Ah, Miss, I'd like to step up. Now, listen, Lucy, don't be put off by his manner. He can be a bit abrasive. He's a bit of a
Pig!
Lucy Simmons, Mr. Victor.
How are you?
All right, thanks. How's yourself?
Under great pressure, my dear, so we better get a move on. You're the famous model, are you, Miss,
Simmons.
Simmons.
Really famous, yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm afraid for this part you're a little undernourished.
Yes, I agree Miss Simmons is not right for the part of Nina. However, I thought perhaps one of the other roles.
Oh, did you? She can hardly play one of the debutantes with a voice like that.
Yeah, I can talk posh if I want to. I can put the H on the oranges.
Yeah, we're not casting Pygmalion. Oh, you've got a good pair of legs, I'll give you that. Have you seen these? They're very nice. But, the general public does like a bit of cleavage, and I'm afraid upstairs you leave rather a lot to be desired.
I don't have to take this, Jim.
Jim? Jim?
Yes?
Oh, you're personal friends, are you? I wondered how her name came to be squeezed onto the list. Miss Fillery, I told you no! Oh, all right, put him through.
Goodbye, Mr.
Victor.
Victor, thanks for nothing.
Mutual, my dear.
Look, I'm sorry, Lucy, I really am.
Don't worry. I don't need the scratch. I don't need aggravation from his sort.
Yes, well, he's no business talking to you like that.
Oh, blimey, I've dropped you in it now, haven't I?
I don't care. I've been here a week. I've had enough of him.
7 days, par for the course.
Dixon!
Wait for me, Lucy. This won't take long. All right. So she's a personal friend. But that doesn't mean she's not right for the part. You've no business talking to her like that. You've no business talking to anybody like that.
Oh, you're a right little Cary Grant, aren't you?
Is there any law in this business that says you can't recommend a friend?
Oh, now, that little deception pales compared to what I've just heard. That was my accountant on the phone. Do you know what he just said?
You broke the house record at the Ipswich Isolde.
No, he said, how's young Mike Burridge getting on in the job?
Mike Burridge?
Yes. He was the one recommended as my assistant. You're not Mike Burridge, are you? Unless Jim Dixon is a nom de plume.
All right, so I deceived you into getting this job. But I only got it because you don't listen. You never do. I've been here a week, but that's long enough to know the sort of person you are. You're an obnoxious, overbearing, self-opinionated ponce.
You're no Julie Andrews yourself. You saw an opportunity and grasped it with ruthless self-regard and no ethical consideration for the misfortune of poor Mr. Burridge. Is that a correct assessment of the situation?
I suppose it is, yes.
You remind me of me. You should do very well in this business. We'll end the next column.
You mean I'm not fired?
Certainly not. And you tell your young lady she can play the waitress. Here. Have a proper cigar.